Towards the end of summer 2013, I was at a flea market in Wisconsin. I forget what part of Wisconsin I was at during that flea market. But anyway, so I came across this crate of old CDs and I bought a few of them, 4 hourly piece albums and this one industrial group called the Union Underground. They're known for being kind of like Power Man 5000 and Buck Cherry and something like that. But one particular band that I recognized, from their title was this one. This was one of the other albums that I found at the flea market. This band is called Snake River Conspiracy. They're like industrial electronic rock, sort of thing. I recognize the title of the band because they've been on you know, compilation albums back in the day, like the early 2000s. Their song Breed, which is the first song off this album, is on the soundtrack to the movie Valentine, which is a slasher, Scream Halloween clone. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with it because it's, a typical 90s slasher flick. And, well, it was early 2000s, but it was among, the line of Halloween clones like, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, those type of movies. And so, and their other song, which is a cover of the Smiths' How Soon Is Now, it's the last song off this album. Their that song has appeared in some movies. One particular film is another slasher film called Cherry Falls. I think I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I do remember I read that it's listed as one of the songs in the film. And I figured that this was a good purchase because it's like, it's got like a garbage Nine Inch Nails type feel to it. The lead singer is pretty cool. She's got like the kind of like a curve garbage Morcheeba type voice, and I love that shit because it's really awesome to listen to if you're not in the mood for too much death metal. You can always put on like a curve or garbage album. I have 2 curve albums and I got 3 of garbage's albums on my playlist because I rented them from the library. But anyway, so I found this album and I figured, it could be a good add to my collection. I mean, like I said, like with the Videodrone album that I mentioned on the previous video, this was like $1 at the flea market. So yeah, that's how I recognize the title of the band, is because they were from other compilation albums that I never owned. Like I never owned an album from the band until now. I just heard of them because they were heard from other things back in their day. This band is not very widely known. As a matter of fact, this particular album did receive some criticism for, being either too hard or too soft or in between. And it has failed to make any charts, but it has 3 singles. There's my favorite off this album is Vulcan, which is track number 10 off this album. You can find the music video for it on YouTube. It's pretty trippy. It's it's kind of like a sadomasochistic type, but and it's pretty awesome in my opinion. But yeah, so Snake River Conspiracy, like I said, not very widely known, and it has like the two other singles are the other ones that I had just mentioned, Breed and How Soon Is Now. Originally, before they did How Soon Is Now, the band Love Spit Love covered that Smith song for the soundtrack to the movie The Craft, one of my favorite horror movies, and they used that song for the theme for the show Charmed, that a show that I truly miss. They have reruns on it on TNT, but you know, it's not till early in the morning, and I miss that show. So if like anybody, if you go to like a flea market or like a thrift shop or anything, and you come across this CD in like the used CD rack, I pick this one up. For any of you that are into Nine Inch Nails, Garbage, I'd give this, or Curve or Morcheeba or anything like that. I'd pick this one up. Or you could just like either stream it or just look up songs off of it on YouTube if you don't prefer having a physical copy of it. I prefer physical copies. And as you can see, I have my own copy of their album Sonic Jihad, which is probably their more well-known album. Because, well, I'm probably saying that because it's this was one of the only albums that they released. This band has long since broken up, but I still enjoy listening to it, and it has not yet left my collection of physical copies of other CDs that I own, and as I said, I'd give this one a go, and that's basically it. Sonic Jihad, Snake River Conspiracy. Industrial, rock, electronica, that sort of thing. Thanks for watching.